What's up, guys? XRP Bags here with another video. New article on Ripple Insights talking about um, Ripple leading the way for the case of regulation, the case for digital asset regulation, how regulation helped make Japan the leading digital asset. In 2014, one of the largest Bitcoin exchanges, Mt. Gox, filed for bankruptcy after the theft of more than 460 million of Bitcoins, with investors losing such a large amount of money. The nascent digital asset market looked under threat. Many policymakers saw it as a sign that trading digital assets should be banned. Japan, the country where Mt. Gox was based, disagreed with the widespread opinion. Instead, it introduced new regulation to support the digital asset market and encouraged more investment. In this three-part series of posts, I would make a case for why digital assets should be regulated on a global scale. Also, I will explore how forward-thinking policymakers are dividing demand while protecting customers in Thailand, Abu Dhabi, and in this post, Japan. Regulation means legitimacy. Japan has a long-standing progressive attitude to digital assets and exchanges, as other major Asian economies like China and India have opted for bans. Japan boosted its position. Today, around the world, half of the world's virtual currency trade happens here. Despite Japan's largely positive example, most other countries are reluctant to introduce digital asset market regulations. Some don't believe that the market is big enough or important enough to bother. Others are concerned about money laundering and risk of crime or terrorist financing associated with digital assets. Furthermore, in countries with complex FX regulations, regulators are wary of introducing new regulatory frameworks. India's central bank, for example, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, in a recent affidavit to the Supreme Court of India, suggested that Bitcoin cannot be considered as a valid currency or money because of its existing Foreign Exchange Markets Act. Finally, lack of regulation is often encouraged by digital asset markets itself. The original digital asset Bitcoin was an anti-establishment reaction to the 2008 financial crisis. Regulation makes this tool of revolution a part of the system they're trying to overthrow. When there are no rules, certain groups can profit from the chaos. Ripple's three-prong approach to regulation. Ripple believes in collaborating with regulators and working within the existing financial system. Ripple leverages a combination of distributed ledger technology and the digital asset XRP to make cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and more efficient. We believe regulation will help organizations use digital assets to develop innovative solutions while protecting consumers who use these services in digital asset markets. Ripple, a long advocated a three-pronged approach to regulation focused on use case that address risk to consumers and also provide guidance to banks on leveraging digital asset. Japan is an example of how this kind of progressive and thoughtful regulation can work, driven by demand, enhanced by regulation, facing early market demand for digital asset exchange investing. Japan first introduced rules in 2012 that were designed to protect retail investors. After the Mt. Gox, the Financial Action Task Force issued guidance for a risk-based approach to virtual currencies that Japan adopted in the Revised Payment Services Act. Today, digital asset exchanges had to be fully licensed in Japan, while Bitcoin is the first digital asset to be accepted as a legal tender. As a result of approach of balanced risk while promoting innovation, trading in the currencies trading in the country's virtual currencies market has increased. Consumers, big business, and financial institutions are now more comfortable getting involved. It has not all been smooth sailing. Earlier this year, the Tokyo-based exchange CoinCheck was hacked, resulting in the theft of 500 million in digital assets. Once again, Japan refused to panic. Instead, the Japan Financial Service Agency ordered CoinCheck to improve security but did not shut it down. The exchange has since begun compensating investors for losses, which have wouldn't have happened had it been ordered to close. The hack also led to JFSA issuing further revisions to make its regulations more robust, and it shut down a number of exchanges that were not up to par. Japan is now looking closely to how it can regulate new issues like tech governance, wallet management, and audit requirements for digital assets. promoting financial innovation and inclusion. While the technology behind them is complex, virtual currencies are simply just another financial tool. Like any financial innovation, they're open to abuse as long as the market remains uncontrolled and unregulated. Japan has shown that mitigating against risk in a thoughtful and incremental way will help build an exciting new market that promotes financial innovation and inclusion. You can see the positive impact and influence of Japan's approach in the recent introduction of digital asset regulations in Thailand and Abu Dhabi. I will explore these two cases and opposing routes each has taken in my next post as I continue to make the case for global asset adoption. So, guys, Ripple, XRP leading the way in digital asset regulation, working with regulators to bring this to mass adoption. Um, Once again, just keep holding, hold long, hold strong. Um, XRP is the best digital asset. Um, Ripple is working with everyone. They have their hand in every sector of money and is changing how money is moved around the world instantly, um, cheap, at a scalable rate. So XRP leading the way and helping regulate digital assets and to bring it to the forefront. XRP, the number one digital asset. Hold long, hold strong. XRP bags, baby. Not a financial advisor, but I'm building my bags. Have a good one.